Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian and reverend, little known fact, Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Herzog.
Hello.
Right before we start, I can't even start the episode yet. Why are you laughing at me, Noelle?
I'm just feeling very silly right now, and I know you are too.
I am. I'm really excited. Yeah. I am so pumped. November 2nd,
we're
having a live podcast. We've been sitting here. We were supposed to be podcasting, but we've been talking for 5 hours.
Yeah, legit 2 hours. I've been
about how excited we are about the live podcast.
Yes.
November 2nd in New York City at the Stand Comedy Club and Restaurant.
They have
3 p.m. They have a pizza oven. They make their own mozzarella. Like, this is all you care about.
Yeah, I mean, I care about this because we've never done a 90 Day Fiancé
This
live.
is our first 90 Day
and I think
live.
this is so cool.
It's going to be really, really cool. So, guys, make sure you get your tickets to that. If you're in New York City, if you're traveling to New York City, if you want to travel to New York City, if your mom lives in New York City and you want her to go, you should probably buy her tickets. If your friends live in New York City, whoever listens to the podcast, whoever watches the show, we have a really cool announcement. We're going to have a special guest on our live podcast, Sam Roberts from Jim and Sam.
That's really cool.
So if you guys don't know who that is, you remember Opie and Anthony?
Yes.
So it was Opie and Anthony, and then Anthony got fired because he was racist. And then they replaced him. So then it was Opie and Jim, right?
Right.
Then Opie got fired, and then it was Jim and Sam.
That's so funny. Okay.
They are obsessed with the show too, Jim and Sam.
That's so cool.
But Jim's going to be out of town.
Okay.
So Sam Roberts is going to be joining us. We have Christina Galston that's going to be there.
She's so fun.
She was a guest on our show before. So if you guys listen to the podcast, you know who Christina Galston is. She's going to be doing some stand-up. It is going to be amazing.
It's going to be an extravaganza.
Ooh, that's such a good word
right?
for it.
I know.
Yeah. So there's just going to be so many celebrity sightings.
I'm so pumped. And then afterwards,
November 2nd at 6 p.m., not too far away, over at the Fat Black Pussycat Lounge at the Comedy Cellar, right? So it's it's around the corner from the Comedy Cellar. It's owned by the Comedy Cellar.
Right.
I'm going to be opening and hosting for Adrienne Appalucci's Hour.
It's so cool.
She's doing an hour. Do you know who Adrienne Appalucci is?
Love her.
She is amazing. She has a Netflix special coming out. She's hilarious. She has an amazing podcast too called Vag. V-A-D-G-E, which is not for the faint at heart.
Adrienne, guys, she's the tits.
She's great. So the podcast is called Vag, and it's with Sarah Tolomach. If you guys are looking for something else to listen to, this is the podcast.
And you want to just cringe.
Yeah,
and,
it's hilarious. They are just having the driest, funniest conversations. So guys, make sure you subscribe to that. Adrienne is going to be doing her hour. This is a big deal.
Hell yeah, it's a big deal.
So right after the podcast, everyone who's coming to the podcast, guys, go to thecomedycellar.com and reserve tickets for Fat Black Pussycat November 2nd at 6 p.m.
I'm going to be there.
Guess who else is going to be there?
Who?
Moi.
Ooh.
I'm the first face you're going to see.
I mean, that's really exciting.
Yeah. And she's just a great friend. She's a great comedian.
Yeah.
And, you're going to have the best night.
We're going to have the best time.
That's honestly the best day.
It's going to be a long and fun day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to lay down on the stage a little bit like you did at our Teen Mom podcast.
Who are you telling? I'm very nervous.
Why?
I feel like butterflies in my tummy nervous.
Right. Okay.
Because I'm not a person like this. This is something you're used to. I'm not.
This is going to be...
I'm not afraid of public speaking.
No, you're not.
I just feel I don't know. I'm a little scared.
No, well, you're not even going to be scared when you taste the fresh mozzarella at the stand.
I mean, that might change everything.
They have a full brunch menu.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
And a pizza oven.
Noelle, do they have a pizza oven?
No.
You know what else
they have? They have rotisserie, right?
They have a rotisserie, and they have the big marrow bones. Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff, guys. Check out the menu too.
I love marrow.
Plan what you're going to eat.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's a brand new club. It just opened a few months ago.
That's exciting.
Let's talk about Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 11.
Okay. No Caesar and Maria.
I mean...
What are they going to show?
They're going to show them next week because I saw it on the Coming Attractions.
I did see the Coming Attractions.
He's
That's
right. Yeah, me
He's
and Maria started talking. It's shut up, Caesar.
It's okay, Caesar, you guys started talking again.
Yeah,
okay.
you and the bot started talking
right.
Let's talk about Tim and Jennifer.
Okay.
So we start off, he's calling Veronica.
Right.
Because he wants advice. He doesn't know if he should propose to her.
If you have to question whether you should propose to someone, you shouldn't.
Well, he said it's 50-50 good and bad.
Well, what do you think of this?
So when I meet a stranger that I've never met before and I don't really 100% like them, I feel like I should marry them.
Right. That's what I was thinking, you know? Cool. Here's the thing. I don't believe anyone ever. So when someone's like, I'm breaking up with them, I don't believe them. When someone says they're getting a divorce, I don't believe them. When someone's like, I'm not sure if I want to be with them, that means you do want to be with them. I don't know if I want to marry them. That means you do want to marry them. Like, I don't believe people. I feel like they're full of shit and they like lie to themselves.
Okay. Well, that's good to know about you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying.
So they have not slept together yet, but he said it doesn't matter.
I mean, I think that it matters. It matters because
that you're not attracted to her.
You're not attracted to her, and because she probably feels pretty rejected.
Yeah, she's also probably not attracted to you. So he said that he's 38 and he kind of thinks that he needs to get married. So I'm pretty sure he's like trying to push this because he feels like he's supposed to be married.
Well, that's why a lot of people push marriage.
Sure.
Yep.
So she doesn't think that he should. Veronica is like, listen, I don't think you should marry a girl that you don't know, that you're not really, that you don't like.
Right. And meanwhile, like, Veronica is telling the truth here. And I think that he doesn't believe it because it's his ex.
Sure. No,
know?
I think he does, though, because they're like very good friends.
They are. But she's right. Like, you don't even know her.
But she's like, listen, I don't think you should do it, but I support you.
Right.
And then she also makes a really crazy point. This is the craziest thing I've ever heard her say. She's like, you don't have to marry her right away. Like, you guys could get to know each other.
Right. You could date.
Mind blown.
And he's like, well, she lives here and I live there. Like, we can't date.
Tim, you have all the money in the world. You can go and visit her.
Isn't it weird?
A lot.
Look at Stacy and Florian. They've been engaged for 5 years. She's gone back and forth.
I think 3.
5.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years.
Wow.
I actually heard that they just split.
Oh, dear. Well, so they say I love you when they hang up.
Right. It's cute. Honestly, I don't get any weird vibes from their relationship at all.
I really don't either.
No, I don't.
You know what the weird vibe that I do get?
What?
I understand why they're not together anymore because the ring that he gave her looks like Rebecca bought it for Zied to buy Rebecca.
Yes. Yes. It looks like it came out of a Cracker Jack box.
I can't believe that he would even consider that. She definitely gave the ring away because she's like, I don't need this or want this because this is not even a good ring.
It's horrible.
I tried to pawn it and they offered me $3.
I think that's the ring my ex gave me. I think
the ring your ex gave you was worse because it was actually pieces. It was glitter. It was paper glitter with glue, with Elmer's glue. That was the ring your ex gave you.
I was just saying that this was just as bad, and maybe he bought this from my ex.
Maybe. It wasn't even shiny.
No, well, that's the thing. It looked dull. Like, it looked like, that's not platinum. That didn't even look like white gold. It looked like silver, like 925.
You just said that's not silver. Platinum? No, really? Noelle, that's not platinum.
You know what I mean? It looks like regular 925 silver, like what Zied got.
Yeah, it's what Rebecca bought for Zied for Rebecca.
Yeah, it's not good. And also, if you see that ring, you know, like, when you go to get a ring for someone, you go to get them specifically for someone.
Sure.
You're going to tell me that ring screams Jennifer? No way. That ring
awful.
doesn't scream anybody's name, but especially not Jennifer.
Tim, you got a lot of money.
I know. Why are you doing this?
What are you doing?
Right.
So a little bit of gossip side note.
Yeah.
Tim apparently had a podcast years ago.
Interesting. On what?
I don't even know, but he was talking about how he met a celebrity.
I read this.
And he wore a wedding band, right?
Right.
And Veronica wore a wedding band at the time.
Yeah, and he referred to her as his wife, right? I still don't believe it. I don't think they were married.
You think that they were just like those people that pretend they're married?
Yep. I hate that. That's like, that's like my biggest pet peeve.
I hate that too.
Yeah.
My wife. And it's like, oh, did you marry her? No, but we're like almost married.
No, you're not married. When you say a vow, then you're married.
When I stand in front of you and read you your vows and you accept them and then I sign the marriage certificate, that's when you're married.
I know that I'm extra married because you married me and Matt twice.
Noelle, do you remember when I married you?
Uh-huh.
And do you remember that I didn't know if I did it right?
You didn't know.
But I didn't tell you?
Yes. And I had no idea.
I was losing my mind for weeks. And then weeks later, you were like, oh, yeah, I got my marriage certificate in the mail. I'm like, what do you mean? You got it?
And I'm like, why is she so like, why didn't I tell her? I was like, why does she care? You know?
It felt like there had to be like a seal or a stamp. Like, I just felt like that's too
I get
easy.
it. No, listen, it was pretty easy, but I think that I'm extra married because of you.
I married you guys in your in-laws' house.
Yes.
In a private ceremony.
Yes.
Facing the street.
It was in front of a fireplace.
It was really nice.
It's really hot in there.
It was very hot. And then I married you again in a barn.
It's funny, I realized this the other day. I don't know why. We never thought about rings our first wedding. Like the first time he married us. Like we had to use his parents' rings and the ring didn't even fit me.
Right. Like but that was even my idea because you guys were so dumb.
Yeah. We were like, we don't have rings. I'm not even wearing my ring today, actually.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. I actually took it off to clean it because I wanted to look really nice for Saturday.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Tim gets a Target shopping basket from Target.
Yes.
And he fills it up for a picnic, and he takes her for a picnic in a cab.
Right.
On the top of a mountain.
They love taking cabs, these people. I would never drive on that road if my life depended on it.
No, I know. I think they take cabs everywhere because no one has a car. I don't think Jennifer has a car. Right. And then obviously Tim doesn't have a car there and he didn't rent a car.
Right. But I mean, I guess, I don't know. Have you seen these roads? I wouldn't have a car.
No, but that's
either.
what I'm saying. Like he's probably way too, like he's scared to be anything. He's definitely too scared to drive on those roads.
I mean, sure. I don't blame him, but I also wouldn't want someone else to drive on them for me either. I don't know.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you want to be in control.
Yes.
You and I have drove on roads like that before.
Yeah, but only us together.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I can't be okay with other people.
I remember driving on that road. We were going from San Diego to, what was the state that we went to? Maybe New Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Is that the first state that we went to after that? Deming, New Mexico?
Yes, I believe so. Yep.
And we were driving and it was like late afternoon and it got dark and we were driving on a road like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember a lot of things from that weird trip.
Oh dear. So no one has a car. They're on the top of a mountain. He needs a haircut. He couldn't find one person in Colombia to give him a haircut while he was there.
He needs a haircut and he needs to start shaving.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he needs a grooming
He needs like
routine.
a tape up.
Yes.
What is with the grapes? Did you notice them?
He probably wanted to feed them to her like she was a princess warrior.
They were gigantic, like grapes on steroids.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe they were Colombian
like,
grapes.
That's what I mean. It looked like almost like as big as plums. I'm like, what the hell is that?
So maybe they weren't grapes.
They were, though. They were like on the vine. Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know. I was thinking maybe it's just because they're in another country. I don't know.
They're Colombian grapes.
Yep.
I don't know. They had... So she's talking about... how she's like, we've had a lot of big fights. They always talk about how much they fight, and she does more than him.
Right, but it's also like, don't be together.
You guys don't get along.
Right, you guys don't get along. You're not attracted to each other.
She then momentarily says she thinks he's gay because he won't seal the deal.
Right. I mean, not for nothing. She's hot.
Yeah, but then he goes to her, it's not that I'm gay.
But I'm not gay.
I'm like, what is he going to say next? He's like, I just feel like the timing wasn't right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, she's wearing every single piece of Forever 21 jewelry that he sent her.
I know.
All at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So she goes, do you desire me?
And he's like,
He's like, listen, I get really tired at night and also during the day and also in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, also, I like to meditate.
Right. What is with...
Also, I hate women.
Also, I like men. Right. I don't like you. Also, I just don't think he likes her. I've noticed that they both have a vape.
Oh,
Isn't
great.
that weird?
That's
yeah,
perfect.
it's so random.
So she's like, now that you said that, I think that we can make it. And it's like, oh my God, Jennifer, he doesn't have that much money.
Right. But that's what I mean. Is that really all the angle? Or because I'm starting to think...
It has to be.
I'm starting to think that she's been brainwashed into thinking that she likes him because he doesn't like her.
Well, that's the other thing that's happening.
Yeah.
So I think that she was going for his money, first of all. Then he got there and doesn't seem attracted to her, so it's driving her insane.
Right, so now she's like throwing herself at him, basically.
She's like, hello, look at me.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Can you open your eyes and look at me?
I know.
Please. Well, so they're walking. They go for a walk, and they're walking way too close to the edge of
Oh, I
cliff.
didn't like it at all. Like, my feet were tingling.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I was like, well, now I'm sweating. So
I didn't like it at all. Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to faint, but go ahead. Walk too close to the edge.
Keep going. For a guy that wouldn't go on a swing, he's certainly close to the edge of this cliff.
Seriously. So he presents the ring.
Right.
And she is ecstatic.
Yes.
Noelle, would you ever be happy to see that ring unless you saw me throwing it away?
I would, if you were throwing it away, I would be cheering.
Yeah,
I would
be like,
that
oh,
happy.
good, yeah.
Hey, good girl. That's awesome.
Throw it away, make room.
Yep.
That's cluttering your house.
Yes.
She's happy to see this ring?
She thinks it's a good ring.
It's not even shiny.
It's not shiny. It's dull and old.
Yeah. It looks like a ring that I bought from Claire's in 7th grade.
Yeah, it is a ring you bought from Claire's in 7th grade.
He said that it's a promise ring and not an engagement ring.
Okay, but are they real promise rings? Like, is that even a thing that people really do? What are you promising?
He's promising that she could have this ring that's Veronica's ring.
That's what I mean. Like, what are you promising? It's not like it's a virginity ring.
But I got to tell you.
Maybe it is a virginity ring.
Good move, Tim.
Oh, it was a great move.
You know what I mean?
Well, also because she doesn't know better. She doesn't know that a promise ring isn't real.
They aren't in a rush.
Right. And you know what? Suddenly she was like, yeah, I don't think we're ready to get married. And it's like, girl, you were salivating for that ring when you thought he was going to propose.
Yep. So she said, well, you know, we haven't even been intimate together. And he's like, well, I'm going to remedy that before I leave.
I'm going to remedy that.
Well, ...
He does not remedy that.
They have breakfast.
Right.
They have 3, it looks like cheesy rolls, right?
Yes. Well, what? How much bread do you need for breakfast?
I got to tell you, I love bread, and especially if there was cheese involved.
Right.
They're each eating 3 giant cheesy rolls for breakfast.
But that's what I mean. Especially that one. There was one that was huge.
One that was round.
Yes.
So 2 of them looked like a croissant, and then one of them was big.
Yes.
And then the other person got 3 croissants.
Right. Which I want to be that person.
I want the variety.
I mean, the variety's nice, but you know, it's a spice of life.
I guess so. Noelle, have you seen this woman, Jennifer?
I've seen her.
There's no shot she's eating 3 croissants.
There's no way she's eating 3 croissants. Also,
Please.
She works out with her hair down. She's so weird.
She works out for the camera.
She does work out for the camera. But, so I'm not sure about the editing of all of this sometimes.
Right.
Because she puts on her clueless outfit, of course.
Okay, so she has an outfit she has like a plaid schoolgirl outfit on.
Yes, but she wore that jacket before when they went to her dad's farm.
I mean, she still had the jacket.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like, was that the same day? Question mark. Where's
knows?
Violetta?
Donde está Violetta? That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what happened the night before?
What happened?
He fell asleep so quickly.
As soon as his head hit the pillow.
He says, you know, I had a long day and I was really tired.
Right.
She feels not good enough. And he's like, well, I feel like the girl in the relationship. And she goes, because you are.
You are. I mean, you are, though. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, because he wasn't so passionate with her, he wants to show her that he loves her by taking her to a girls' spa day.
But here's the thing. I don't even care about that. I feel like now it's been so long that she's had to ask him to be intimate with her, but now it's awkward. Like now it's like I couldn't do it.
That they're going to a spa day so someone else could help her release tension.
Mm-hmm.
Is he getting her a rub and tug?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
That's what she needs, clearly.
She calls him her girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She's this is my girlfriend, Tim.
Yeah.
She is beautiful, though. She has an amazing body. She's in that bikini.
She's unbelievable.
She's in that bikini. They get in a hot tub with no jets on.
But that's what I mean. I know.
It's like, hey, can someone turn the hot tub on?
Sitting in a warm pool.
You know why? Probably for filming, the noise.
Oh, that's true. But also, like, listen, you see a girl like that in that bathing suit and you don't want to sleep with her, you don't like her. Yeah.
They have on face masks.
Yes.
And they get in the hot
his
tub.
favorite.
He's like, well, I have to tell you a secret about the ring because you're going to watch this show because we're on TV.
Uh-huh.
I've had that ring for 10 years and it was for Veronica.
It's never been polished.
I was going to say, like, it looks like you've had it for 10 years, like in the back of like your trunk.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Like maybe you carried it in your butt on the plane. You know, like it doesn't
and
look
you didn't even clean it off.
You didn't clean it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what he does for a living?
He makes guns.
He makes rare, custom, like decorative guns.
Right, but that's the ring he picks out.
You would think that he would maybe even design a ring.
You would think.
Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, he's like working with shiny, polished metals.
Right. But that's what he goes for, the dullest.
Oh, God. So she's pretty mad. She's
I
like,
don't blame
listen,
her.
This isn't even my ring. You didn't even give it to me. Veronica gave it to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want her trash. She's like, I'm going to leave this right here.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, let's talk about my favorite and definitely yours, Darcey and Tom.
I love Darcey just so much. I can't believe how much I love her.
I know. 3 weeks they've been together. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's been my whole life.
Yeah, I feel like this has been going on since my childhood.
He still hasn't told her he loves her. Do you know
I'm
why?
shocked because he doesn't love her.
Right. Okay. Cool. They're meeting Emma and Ricardo for salsa dancing.
Right.
I gotta tell you, I liked him in this episode.
Like Tim, right? So did I.
For the first
I didn't know if
time,
you said I liked him or I liked Tim.
I liked Tom in this episode for the first time.
Oh yeah, Tom. Okay, I got it. Oh wow.
Right,
So
okay, cool.
hello. I liked him too in this episode a lot.
So Darcey has on.
I can't.
She's dressed like Batwoman. Okay. She has on the reddest lips, the reddest nails, and she has on a Batwoman costume.
It's amazing. She must have the smallest areolas ever.
Because they're never showing.
I don't understand.
Maybe
how.
she doesn't have areolas.
Maybe she just got them taken off.
Maybe when she got her boobs done, she was like, "No nipples,
Don't even
please."
put them back on.
She's like, "You know what? Actually, put them on my elbows."
Yeah, I'm done breastfeeding, so
I don't need nipples.
I don't need udders.
No, I can't wait till you have a baby. You're so very intelligent. So Darcey got her nipples removed. She is so now they're dancing, right? So they're at this. First of all,
They're going salsa.
they're going
dancing.
salsa dancing. They're saying this is a salsa club. This is a bar.
This is a bar with 5 people dancing.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's no dance floor.
There's no dance floor.
You're
right.
just showing one part of a very small, brightly lit bar.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, like, if I feel like they're in like some kind of salsa dancing club, like they must all take classes together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little society.
Yes, and then they all go out dancing together, which
Yeah.
I think sounds so fun.
But that's also what happens.
Okay, because I
don't know
think
if you
that
know,
sounds
but
fun. I don't.
I have a dancing friend.
I'm shocked.
She's been on the podcast, Nicole DeNono.
Oh yeah,
she's a professional dancer, and she's a dance instructor.
She does like swing and
She
all
does
like that
everything.
cool stuff.
She
Yeah,
does ballet. She does everything.
Yeah,
She
that's
does
really
ballroom.
cool. I mean, her body is insane.
So they're at this place, and now Tom's dancing with his sister Emma. They're very good
First of all,
dancers.
Emma shocked the hell out of me.
They are fantastic.
I can't breathe walking up the stairs. I couldn't even imagine. Like, and meanwhile, like, she's fine. She's fine.
But they were like good dancers.
Okay, Tom impressed the shit out of
That's
me.
what I'm saying. Like, this was like fun to watch.
Yeah.
So he's dancing with his sister. So Darcey is trying to dance with him, but she doesn't know how to dance salsa.
So she just basically grinds on him.
Yes.
Right.
So she's just holding him, and he's like, "Okay, yeah, that's nice and all." But we're like literally like here to dance
To salsa. And that's the thing. If you don't know how to, you don't have to.
right? And I'm
or
sure
you
that
could
he like
try.
probably tried to show her a few steps, and she was like, "No, I just want to hold
I
you."
mean, she was hammered.
Right. So she's like, I know Tom hasn't said that he loves me, but I see it in his eyes.
I see it in his eyes.
I see it in his eyes. He's dancing with another woman.
Right.
And she is losing it.
You
So,
know that's her trigger.
Of course. So now Emma's puppet is there. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey, Darcey. Honestly, everyone was so nice in this episode.
Everyone was so nice.
He's like, it's really not about jealousy.
Right.
It's not about anything. He's like, this is salsa. He's like, Emma dances with other men. Tom dances with other women. We all dance
They're just
together.
having fun.
We're literally, it's not even intimate.
But that's the thing. It wasn't even dark.
But you're not even touching.
No. Salsa dancing is the opposite. You're not reggae dancing. You
Right.
know what I mean? You're not lambada.
There's no forbidden dancing. They're literally like just kind of like looking at each other and like
Right.
doing mirrored moves.
Right. That's really all
It is the most not intimate thing ever.
No, it's
right?
not.
Okay, cool. So he's dancing with another woman, and Puppet's explaining everything.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, but I just don't know. I don't know what to do.
But also, has nobody learned yet that Darcey shouldn't drink? Like, has nobody learned this lesson yet?
She's like a gremlin.
Right.
Don't get her wet.
Right. Especially after midnight.
Don't add alcohol.
Right. It amazes me. And it's like, you people are still getting her drunk. Don't you know
How?
that she's going to cry?
How are you not seeing
I don't
this?
get it.
Oh my God.
I don't get it.
So they're all dancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Darcey's like, well, I feel ignored and I feel sad.
I mean, listen, he danced with 3 women. Who cares?
In front of her.
But don't you like to watch it? If I couldn't dance to salsa, I would be like, cool, Matt, dance with her. I want to watch. Yeah, me too.
I want to watch everyone dance.
Me too. I love it. I love watching
Also,
people
that means
dance.
I could sit down at the bar.
I mean, yeah. But also, she was leaning. Maybe that was the problem. I don't know. I don't think she could sit in that dress.
Oh, well, she sat. She sat.
Oh,
with,
yeah, she sat outside with
She sat with Emma. So
yeah.
I think they went like in a different area.
Emma was really nice to her.
She was super nice.
Yeah.
So she's like, and also they all speak Spanish.
That's what I mean. Okay, so like, do they have some kind of background?
Who knows?
Spanish,
No one knows.
Because her partner is Spanish also. Yeah.
I don't know. He's Hispanic. I don't know.
Sorry, he's Hispanic.
Well, so they're sitting down and Emma is now trying to explain exactly what Puppet explained.
Right.
Emma's like, hey, Darcey, like, listen.
We're just dancing.
Tom is dancing.
Yeah.
She's like, Darcey, Tom danced with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm his sister.
Mm-hmm.
This is nothing sexual.
And she's like, no, it was fine when she danced with you.
Right,
when
but,
he danced
but
with you.
she's like, I just feel like the woman should have asked me as his partner.
Well, why?
It's like, oh, yeah, so you thought that the stranger woman should have made it really awkward?
That's so weird. I would be so weirded out if someone came up to me and they were like, can I dance with Matt?
I'd be like, yeah, get away from me. Why
Bye.
ask me?
Go ahead. Ask him. You know?
I don't know. Can you?
All right.
Well, I hate to say it, but she has lined her lipstick outside of her lips.
And I can't with that lipstick color. It was bad. It was a bad time.
And it was also outside of her lips.
See, I feel like I just block that.
That's
kind
the
of stuff
first
out.
part of. That's the first sign of mental illness.
Mental illness, right?
Yeah.
Because Devin does the same thing.
Listen, Emma's like, I see right through her. I know what's going on here. She's very insecure, but she's nice. So she tells Darcey, she's like, do not stop him from being who he is, because that is going to drive you apart.
And Darcey's like, I would never be jealous or possessive.
And then,
but it's like, what are you doing?
And then she starts crying.
Right. Well, yeah. And then she starts crying.
I don't want to be jealous or possessive. Jealous? I don't want to be. She's like, we've been together for 4 years. No.
You've
been together.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks.
Right.
Do you know how I know that?
How?
You were on the television.
Right.
With a different boyfriend.
Jesse. This is all about Jesse.
Right.
This is all about Jesse.
Yes, it is. So Emma says, she's like, he is a successful, self-assured man. Well, Emma, I got to argue with that.
Yeah.
Is he self-assured? I mean, is he full of himself? Yes.
Yes.
Is he successful? I don't think so, because why would he be taking money from Darcey if he was so successful?
Right. I'm going to go with a no on the success.
Yeah. So if he was so successful, don't take money from her. So
right.
Emma asks if they're exclusive.
She's like, I don't know.
I just can't talk to him. I can't talk to him. I don't know.
What if he says so? I don't know.
And then she just starts crying.
Right. Tit for tat.
So Emma is like, I can't take this anymore.
Right. Something has
to
give here.
She's like, Darcey, come with mommy.
Mm-hmm.
She picks Darcey up.
She puts her in her pocket.
Carries her in the palm of her hand and goes, Tom, Darcey wants to talk to you. Darcey, tell Tom what you want to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hey, Tom, I'm
Darcey.
Darcey.
Just wondering.
Hi, it's Darcey. I was just wondering if maybe, I don't know, like, I have a question to ask you. Emma's like, ask her. Emma has her elbow in Darcey's back.
Yes.
And she's pushing harder and harder. And Darcey's like, harder and harder. And Darcey goes, are we like boyfriend and girlfriend? And he's like,
are you asking if we're exclusive?
That was really good. And he's like, oh, I don't know. Is that like an American thing?
It's like,
that was his fake out, right?
Isn't that an everywhere thing?
And then he's like, yeah, sure, whatever you want.
Right. Like whatever will keep you from crying.
But again. I love that Emma stood there.
No, I know. And she was like so close to them. It's not even like she gave them room.
She did not get, no. She was like, no, ask him. Go ahead. Ask
him in front of me.
Or I'm going to choke you.
Right. Ask him in front of me. And
ask him,
or
I'm going to ask him and I'm going to kiss him.
We'll be exclusive.
I'm going to be exclusive with him. Remember when I was dancing with him? How you like that, Darcey?
You could go be with my partner.
You could go be with Puppet. I thought that Emma gave really good advice.
Yeah, Emma was nice.
I thought that Emma also treated her like a child.
Yeah, but that's what Darcey needs.
Yeah.
Yep.
She needs a good hand holding. Mm-hmm. You know what else I don't need?
What?
Honestly, like this next couple, they are upsetting me.
There's 2 couples here that we don't need on the show.
I don't need them on the show, and it's what I talk to my therapist about mostly.
Oh, okay.
I talk to my BetterHelp therapist about Benjamin and Akini on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I mean, same.
Do you talk to your therapist about that?
About Benjamin and Akini and how much they stress me out? No, also Angela and Michael.
Oh, God. Or Caesar and no one. I like how, like, when I write my notes, I write, like, Darcey and Tom, and then I just write Caesar.
Me too.
Because I'm like, there's nothing there.
There's not a person there.
You can also talk to your therapist about this if you sign up for BetterHelp.
Okay.
BetterHelp is a great service. So BetterHelp it's an app on your phone. You could use it on your computer. You could text with your therapist. You could chat with your therapist. You could talk on the phone with your therapist. You could have a video session with your therapist. It is absolutely something that has changed my life, hands down. So
I love my therapist.
BetterHelp is an online counseling service where you can connect with your professional counselor in a safe, private online environment. It is so convenient.
It really is.
You can get help on your own time at your own pace. You can schedule video, phone sessions, chat, text with your therapist. Anything you share is confidential. It is worldwide. So Darcey could have been doing this when she was overseas.
She should be doing
Darcey,
it.
That's right. Okay, sorry. Darcey should have been doing this when she was overseas.
Yes.
You can start communicating in under 24 hours. You could do it from your phone, your computer. I do it from my iPad. It is secure. There is financial aid available for those who qualify. Best of all, it's truly an affordable option. 90 Day Fiancé Trash Talk listeners get 10% off your first month with discount code FIANCÉ. So why not get started today? Go to BetterHelp, BetterHelp.com/fiancé. You simply fill out the questionnaire to help them assess your needs and get matched with a counselor that you will love. That's BetterHelp.com/fiancé.
All right.
All right. I guess we got to talk about them anyway.
Okay.
Benjamin and Akini.
So I'll tell you, last night I had this on.
Yeah.
Right? I had to rewatch this to take notes. I rewatched it. When they came on, I'm not even kidding you, I dozed off. And I had to rewind it, and I did it like 3 times.
Yeah, I get that. You know what? Noelle, he's only been there a week.
It amazes me. I feel like he's been there for 6 months.
I can't believe
I know.
this. This is the longest week of my life.
Ever.
I've had 6 sessions with my counselor about this already. He doesn't want to be married tomorrow because he's worried about his son.
No, that's not true. You don't know if you want to be with Akini, and like that's the truth.
So he talks to her, and she is pushing this. Big red
She's
flag.
basically whining for it.
She is whining and fake crying.
Yep.
And he's like, oh, no. Okay, no, of course I want to marry you tomorrow. I was just confused.
Right. I'm just not sure.
He's not sure, but he's like, you know what? I'll do it anyway. Isn't that the most romantic thing you've ever heard?
Listen, that's the theme of the show. Same with Tim, right?
Yeah.
I'm
not sure, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. Very disturbing. I think he might be a volunteer fire department guy.
He is. He wore another volunteer fire department guy before he left when he was in America. He had a shirt on, another shirt on. Yep. He wears these volunteer shirts all the time.
I dated a volunteer fireman.
You did.
And
firemen are a different
he
breed.
wasn't much better than Benjamin.
Yeah. It's a certain breed.
He didn't look very different from Benjamin either.
Okay, he didn't look very different from Benjamin. That's funny.
I apologize to myself. So he makes some sausage, speaking of the fire department.
Yes, it looks very crispy.
Yeah, crispy sausage.
I don't eat sausage. If I were going to, I would want it to be crispy like that. No.
Why?
It usually just because it repeats on me forever.
Oh, like the spices.
Yeah, like I love spices. I love meat, but sausage also, it's just never been for me. And if I was gonna eat sausages, I would eat the skinny ones in a ring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not
like
the fat sausage like that.
No? Okay. So it's his wedding day already. Noelle, I'm dying. So he needs to find out the bride price. He already got the groceries. He got the $80 in groceries.
Right.
So in total, he has in his bank account right now, he's like, I got $800. And she giggles and is like, well, that's not enough. And he's like, well, what is enough? And she's like, well, it's not a set amount, but it starts at $3,000.
That's not true.
Okay, so which one is it? Is it not a set amount?
Right.
Or does it start at $3,000?
Right.
She's like, even the poor Kenyans pay $3,000.
But also, wouldn't you have told him this ahead of time?
Okay, but also, if I were Benjamin, I wouldn't have told her how much I had, and I would have offered her dad $50 for her.
Also, I would have been like, all right, well, then I can't do it because I don't have the money.
I would have been like, I'm going to offer your dad $10 and 50 cents.
Yeah. And that's it.
Right. And then you don't have to marry her.
Right. Like, that's your way out.
Yep. So he said that he knows he wants to spend the rest of his life with her.
No, you don't.
You just said, I'm not sure, but I'll do it anyway.
Uh-huh.
Cool. He gives her an engagement ring.
Right. And then he proposes. It's like, what is happening? I feel
On your
like I was
wedding
on
morning?
drugs. Right.
Okay, you proposed with an engagement ring that you clearly got in a 99-cent store.
No, he borrowed it from Tim.
No, it's not even.
I know.
It's like
I know.
almost worse. It doesn't fit. He didn't even ask her ring.
But that's the
size.
thing. Like, is that his ex-wife's engagement ring? Guaranteed.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit her. Mm-mm. She's like, why am I not crying? Is that weird?
Okay, what I did not feel good about that. Also, I feel like she's a bit sociopathic. She's not a very emotional
She's trying
person.
to get money from this guy. So now it's their wedding day. They're wearing the matching wedding cloth, right? Mm-hmm. And he's like, I feel really sick to my stomach and nauseous. I don't know if it's the food or basically you.
Right.
And she's like, oh no, it's me.
Right.
So they're super, super late to go meet up with her family.
Which infuriates me. I don't like lateness, but also like this is a really important thing and you're late to it. You know what I mean?
So he says something very telling.
What?
He goes, so right now I'm going to get married to a Kini meaning like it's only official in Kenya. And he's like, I'm going to get married to her in Kenya.
Oh.
Meaning like it's not really official. So if the father doesn't accept his bride price, he will never see her again because she's not there. And I guess they just whisk him away.
But that's what I mean. You're just never allowed to see her again? What are you talking about? I feel like that can't be real.
Noelle. Mm-hmm. He gives them the groceries. Mm-hmm. Noelle. He's late. So they're like, first of all, you're late.
Yeah. We already don't like you.
Yeah. He's like, the sister, my daughter came here. Her sister was there. And she left at this time because she wanted to be on time and you are not even there. The mother is in the background. LOL.
She's LOLing hard.
She has the nastiest smirk on her face.
That would be if you were like, do you want to lay in a lion's den with hungry, rabies-ridden lions or sit in this living room and be Benjamin? I would go to the lions.
I'd be like, I'll just get a little bite.
Yeah.
They're not going to eat my whole body.
Little something.
Fidel's smirking.
I hate him.
So he brings all these groceries to them. Mm-hmm. Noelle. Mm-hmm. He went to Costco for her family.
Basically. But he went to a Costco window.
He went to a commissary, a.k.a. Costco.
Yes.
He's like, listen, I brought what you needed. I brought you a case of olive oil. I brought you a case of
soda.
I brought you a case of soda, some olive oil, some flour, some rice. Mm-hmm. I bought you everything that they make me buy on Wick.
Right. Basically, that's what it was.
I bought you some towels because they were on sale at Costco.
Some margarine.
Like, what are you
I know.
doing?
It was really weird. It's just so
now
weird.
You realize the father laughs, right? So Benjamin's basically like, what else do I need to do? And the dad laughs. He's like, listen. You see these gifts? Mm-hmm. This is what we get someone for a funeral.
Right.
He's like, not a wedding. So I don't know why you got
But that's the thing. I didn't understand that. So, but it's like, who told him to get it? It was just a Kini?
Yeah.
And he just did it.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? Get a Kini over here.
Right.
Because we need to talk to her about this.
And then he's like, but wait a minute. Is that bad? Is that good?
Right. Because a Kini was only supposed to come after the bride price was negotiated.
And they didn't even talk about the bride price. Good. I hope they tell him no and he leaves.
Oh, God. I'm so scared. No. Oh. Mm-hmm. Avery and Omar.
I guess.
They've known each other for 10 days. They just got married. And now she has to go home.
The tears coming out of her.
He doesn't even really look at her.
No, I feel like she was really good. What did they say? Like a full-on Monet.
Yeah.
She was really good from far away, but up close, it's a big old mess.
Yeah, he's not interested in
her.
No,
he's not interested. I don't even think he's interested in a green card. I think he just liked her far away.
No, I think he wants to come to the U.S.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think he wants to be a periodontist here.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
He does not care about her.
Oh, but she thinks he cares a lot.
She's at the airport playing with his beard. She's like, but who's going to play with your beard? And he's like,
my other girlfriend.
Who's going to play with your hair?
Uh-huh.
He's like, that's right. Say something sweet so that she'll get me my green card.
Uh-huh.
She's like, I will remember this trip for the rest of my life. Yes, you should remember the time that you were 19 years old and you made your mom come with you to Lebanon to marry a stranger and then never saw him again. I think if I did that, I might remember it forever
when
too.
You say it like that, it just sounds so bad.
I mean, that's what happened. You'll remember it for the rest of your life. It's like, yeah, I'll also, if I had to do 2 years in jail, I would also remember that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, true.
That's not a positive thing.
Okay.
He's free now. She gets on the plane.
Oh, he's like smiling ear to ear now.
He is like, this is the best day of my life. He's like, you thought it was my wedding?
But he says inside he's broken.
Inside I'm broken, but you just can't tell through my genuine smile.
Right. He's like, the eyes don't lie. That's that's my biggest problem with him is his smile.
Yep.
It's
his
the
smirk.
creepiest thing.
It's absolutely awful.
It looks like it.
He also says a girl is more emotional than a man.
Yeah, I don't really like this, but also like this is the life that she wants.
Sure.
This is what she wants.
So she's like, I wanted to stay in Beirut. And it's like, okay, but he's not even staying in Beirut.
Right.
So why would you stay there?
Right.
She's like, but I've accepted it. So Terry's getting the family ready for Avery's return. So she's basically telling her 6 children. She's like, okay, remember your sister Avery?
Uh-huh.
Okay, she's going to have a hijab on.
Uh-huh.
You remember that, right? She's going to keep talking about this man that she's quote unquote married to. And she's going to act real strange.
Well, she won't stop saying my husband, my husband, my husband. It's really annoying.
She's going to speak in some Arabic phrases.
She's going to say habibi.
She's only going to eat falafel. So get ready. She's going to smother you guys with hummus when she babysits for you.
Yum. Let her babysit
I'm
me
allergic
then.
to hummus.
Oh, yeah, you are.
She's going to try. So Terry said that. So Avery has returned, and Terry said that she's going to try to stop her from going to Syria. Guess what?
What?
You know who else is going to try to stop her from going to
Who?
Syria? Omar.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, okay, they're in the car. It's Terry, the stepfather, who's really cute, by the way.
I know. He's also like not. He does not care.
No, he doesn't care even a little bit. And Avery.
Yeah.
And so could Avery have been meaner to her mother?
No, because she's very defiant. She's a bad little girl. She's 19.
She was
She's
like
a snotty little.
Also, I
19-year-old.
can't. First of all, I can't believe it took 50 hours to get home.
Noelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, can you get me a better flight?
But that's what I mean. What is with these people? How many connecting flights do you need?
So it took her 50 hours. And I got to tell you, she did not hijab her hijab very well.
No, I know. It was like, I saw her neck.
Oh, I saw her hair.
Yeah.
You have hair.
Yeah.
I know what's going on.
You
here.
are, I see a little bit of hair on you, girl.
So, yeah, I was going to say, like, that's her stepdad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very
stepdad.
hands off. He does not care. He's like, he's like, if I can get this girl to move to Syria, I don't have to deal with her anymore.
Right. So bye.
He's
We
like,
have an
I
extra
love
bedroom.
Syria. Actually, we should all go on vacation to Syria. And I'm going to stay here.
Well, you guys all go.
So, she's like, this is really weird.
What?
So she's like, I'm moving to Syria. I'm moving to Syria. I'm moving to Syria. And then she says, well, I'm at least going for a month.
Yeah. What was that about?
Because she's not moving to Syria.
Well, no, she's not moving to Syria. Also, like, her mother's like, well, you're going to lose your job. And she's like, well, my job knows.
I told my job. This was the nastiest thing.
The nastiest.
It reminded me of someone I know very well. She's like, yeah, well, my job wouldn't cry and storm out.
Yeah.
That was actually really funny, though.
No, I know, but she's just such a bitch.
Terry's like, what would you do if you got pregnant in Syria?
And you know what? You saw the telling look on her face. She wants to get pregnant
Yeah,
in
and
Syria.
she's like, I would love it. It would be my favorite. I can't wait to get pregnant in Syria.
I can't wait to have a baby in Syria, basically.
You know what's really funny, though? So now she's in America, and there's no more hijab. She's just wearing a beanie hat. Can you do that?
I don't know if that's allowed, but I think you just need to not show your hair. But I don't think that's allowed.
I don't know. So I live in a Jewish neighborhood, and a lot of Jewish women do that.
I would be so hot in her attire.
I couldn't believe it.
I know.
Speaking of attire, let's talk about Zied and Rebecca.
Okay.
He's wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt and a leather jacket.
I guess it's very cold desert.
His sweatpants don't even tie.
No, they
The
don't
tie
Yeah.
and the sweatpants don't even touch.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to go ride ATVs.
That sounds fun.
You know what? He
What?
also thought it was fun because he said, making me so much happy.
So much happy.
He's going too fast and he got stuck because he forced it uphill. So he's like, I'm going to surprise her with a proposal.
Right.
She said that this is the most she's ever loved or felt loved.
Right.
So they walk in to eat to some place and he goes, yes, so beautiful.
Everything is so beautiful. So much happy, so much fun, so
Wow.
much beautiful.
Things change because she tells
They
him that
change.
she's still married.
They change real quick.
Because the divorce isn't final yet. Now, I got to tell you, this is not translating.
No, it's not translating because he thinks that she's still married, like living with a man at home.
Right. Like,
Right?
I don't think that she explained this very correctly.
No.
And he says, so married. And he walks away. He gets so mad and he goes, so much angry.
But honestly, like, at least he's amusing. He's so funny.
He wants her gone.
Yeah.
And he says she's following him and she's trying to talk to him. And he goes, not talk with me. No talking with me.
Okay. No talking with me.
So she said that she's leaving. And then
Where is she going, though?
She's leaving. And then he's leaving. Is he going to like hop on a camel?
Here's the thing though with her. That's something that I've noticed and it makes me sad for her is you can tell she's been like hit and abused.
Yes.
Because
the
she
way
puts like her head down.
Yep.
And she's just like, I don't know. Like she like shuts down. She has like real issues. I feel bad for her in that sense.
He jumps on the ATV with some guy and he's like, I'm out, but I can't go uphill. So much hills.
So much hills. So beautiful the
So
hills.
she said that she's done and she'll never find anyone like him again. I bet you did because you know what?
What?
You found someone just like your ex-husband.
Yeah, I mean you did. So you could, and you know what? There's Pooh Bear everywhere.
Let's talk about.
I don't wanna.
We have to. Michael and Angela.
You want to talk about her multi-print outfit?
The first thing I wrote down, she's wearing 2 prints.
What? That's why I said multi-print outfit.
That's
Why?
the first thing I wrote down.
Why?
No one knows.
Why?
Everything in every country is just lawn chairs.
I know.
No one has real furniture. The only place we have real furniture is the U.S. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Except for Evelyn and Corey's bar that is going to be $5,000 to get tables and chairs.
That's the truth.
Well, Michael's really sad about how nasty she was to the goofballs.
I'm so tired of hearing that word.
She says the most racist thing I've ever heard her say.
What?
She goes, and the middle one was the worst. I'm like, oh my God. She wants him to support her emotionally. She's like, I'm going to apologize, but I'm going to let you know.
Right.
I'm going to apologize to the goofballs about how I acted, but not for what I said.
Right.
And he's like, listen, I deserve you to respect me.
Yeah.
So he calls his friend Bodie, who's like an older guy.
And she likes him.
She's like, I like him because he cares about our relationship.
She likes him because he's probably like, this woman's crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm
like,
just going to say yes to
sure.
everything she says.
So the goofballs come and they try to shake Michael's hand. And Michael's like, no, you disrespected my woman.
Which surprised me because I thought that he was going to be more upset with her.
No, because he's also brainwashed. He needs to get to America, Noelle. He needs to get there. So only 2 of the 3 come. So I guess the middle one doesn't come.
No.
And she apologizes, but she's like, I apologize, but I will never forget and I will not be friends with you.
But it's like, what are you talking about? You act like what these people did to you.
They both played dead.
Right.
They didn't even like... So Michael's like, listen, I am mad that you talked back to Angela.
Like
in parentheses, because she is our elder.
Right. She's my grandmother's age.
Yeah. But they're being blamed. But they're like, you know what? We're going to apologize because she's insane.
But you know what? That was totally the right thing to do with someone like her.
Oh.
That's the only way to handle her.
And she said, I'm not as bad as I present myself. And then she starts crying.
I think you're just as bad, if not worse.
First of all, you present yourself disgusting.
Yeah.
And you are disgusting.
Yes.
So I think you're equally as bad. Let's talk about 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 1, Episode 21. Noelle. The Tell All Part 1.
Oh, I'm here.
So
I'm here
we start
for
off.
it.
Jehoon and Devon, they arrive in New York City, and they're like, Jehoon, have you ever been here before? And he's like, the only thing I know about New York City is Home Alone, Lost in New York.
Kevin. I love him.
He's a silly goose.
He is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, he's just fun.
He's like a little boy.
Yeah, that's why I think he's fun.
She's dressed like a slutty Victorian porcelain doll.
Yeah, I don't understand it, but I have to tell you, the dress was really cute.
Well, she wore like the thing over it. I like that.
Yeah,
I didn't like it without the thing. Paul's solo.
Right, Karini's not there.
Laura's wearing a floral cold shoulder shirt. But she brought her Tunisian garb to wear. Thank
Of course
God.
she did.
Jenny arrives and she looks adorable.
Yeah, Jenny's so cute though.
Jenny looks like if you don't see her face.
Yeah, I know.
She looks like she's a 14-year-old girl.
I know.
She's adorable. Tiffany shows up in a tube top. God forbid she cover her shoulder.
Tube top with a bra.
A tube top with a bra with a see-through shug.
That's what I mean. What's the point?
Because no matter what, she needs everyone to see her shoulders.
She loves these shoulders.
Oh my God. She had the baby 3 weeks ago. Carly
Rose.
I like that name.
Yeah, I like the name Carly.
I like the name Carly Rose.
Yeah.
So he hasn't met the baby yet, Ronald.
Yeah, I mean, that's I did not know that. I found that out on here.
Yes. So Corey shows up solo too because Evelyn doesn't have a visa to come because I think she overstayed her visa.
Yes.
She's not allowed back. Okay.
Yes.
He comes with 3 different dress shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Corey is not married yet.
No.
Because she wants him to have a 6-pack before they get married. And let me tell you something. The voice of reason, Paul, of all people, is like, hey, Corey, you're doing all these things for Evelyn. What is she doing for you?
Right. And you know what, though? What kind of annoys me is, like, Corey is trying to call everyone out.
I know.
And meanwhile, it's like, do you look in the mirror?
Right. Well, a lot of people put him in his place.
Yeah.
So Laura said that she's suffering.
Laura
is a victim.
I don't at all like her.
No, she's a victim.
She is a victim. And I feel like, listen, you are with someone from another culture. Mm-hmm. This person was raised a certain way. You knew exactly who you were
You
marrying.
married him the first day you met him.
Right.
Stop
I'm
it.
sorry that he doesn't want to go down on you or whatever the problem is. Disgusting. Ugh. But like, don't tell the world, number one.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tell the world. But like, you knew what you were getting into. Why are you acting so defiant?
She's so not likable.
No, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's so controlling," and it's like
he is controlling, but like she's also.
But that's also who he is, and he's never not been that way.
So Karini can't join, but they hope Sumit can.
So from what we heard, Karini has really bad postpartum depression.
Really?
Yeah, and that. So apparently Karini was there, I guess, on camera. I don't know if she was there on camera in person. But she had
probably
such bad like postpartum depression that she was like not making sense when she was talking.
Oh dear.
And she was basically like she was like talking to herself like nearly like schizophrenic. And they were like, Paul, how do you not notice there's something wrong with your wife?
He's like, oh, I don't speak that language.
Right. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she was like committed or something. It was
like
a whole
God.
big thing. Yeah. And it's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Paul.
Right.
Learn the language, Paul.
Right.
He doesn't know. He's like, I don't know. He's like, she was speaking that crazy language.
But he knows. I think he knows the language better than Corey does, though.
I don't know, man.
Because like I've had it with Corey, though. I guess.
Tiffany said, "Oh, so Jehoon has a translator in his ear,
right?"
And Tiffany said that love is all they need.
No, that's not true.
Okay, but you got pregnant by some guy, you married him, and then you took his baby away from him.
Right. What was the point of that?
I don't know.
What was the point of her going to South Africa? Basically to just get a sperm donor?
Mom?
Right. I don't understand. And
to be a singular mom?
And why hasn't she gone back? Because it's not safe there, right?
I guess.
I don't know. They don't explain enough.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll get more in the part 2. Corey said that Evelyn said that Corey needs to learn Spanish.
Yeah, she's been saying this.
Also, Ronald said that Tiffany is very selfish or like spoiled because South Africa has no free Wi-Fi. You have to buy all your data.
Why was everyone obsessed with this Wi-Fi conversation?
Well, because I guess it's something that we expect.
I guess, but everybody's like, oh, Americans, they're so spoiled. And Evelyn's like, yeah, if the power goes out, look at the stars.
Evelyn said that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Aladdin said something, the funniest thing that ever was said on this.
What, that they don't have problems with Wi-Fi there?
He goes, Laura is Mr. Complain.
Oh, I know. That was really funny.
I was like, oh man, Laura is Mr. Complain.
And we have no Wi-Fi problems in Qatar.
So Jenny said that she had no clue that Sumit was married. What do you think?
And I don't think because I think that if she would have known, maybe she would have gone. I don't know.
They've been together for 7 years.
Yeah, no, I know.
Jehoon said that Devon is not romantic anymore. And it's like, well, where do you want her to be romantic? In your living room with your parents or in your living room with your parents?
Right. Or in your shower in your bathroom with your parents.
Right.
You know, like I don't know.
She's like, yeah,
but she looks better with her hair lightened up a bit.
For
like
sure.
That. Yeah.
I kind of like her now.
Okay. I'll tell you. I like her way more now than I did before.
I think they're dumb.
I think they're dumb, but I also see why she is the way she is because now he's her child.
Yep. Well, Laura said that she didn't know what she was getting herself into. And Aladdin was like, why did she say this?
Uh-huh.
Corey is questioning Ronald's motives and they can't hear him. So Ronald flips out and storms off. What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like, is that really what happened?
Oh, you think they edited that?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that really what happened? I mean, first of all, Corey, shut up.
I know. So Ronald's like, first of all, it's addiction, not addictions.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
And Evelyn said that it's awful that Daniel's involved in his recovery. And
I mean, listen.
Agreed.
She's right.
Yeah.
She's so right on that. And Tiffany is just like, yeah, taking a chance. And it's like, maybe you should take a chance without your kid and not getting knocked
right.
up.
You have kids, so that's not really taking a chance. You know, we were taking a chance. Remember, Noelle, when your mom was like, hey, Noelle, I'm going to leave.
That's taking a chance.
Got to take a chance. Tiffany said to Corey, this was good. I like this was a sick burn.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you know, Corey, he might have addiction, but he didn't cheat on me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Corey's
like, oh.
So let's talk about Laura and Aladdin, right?
Okay.
So we have flashbacks of the vibrator scenes.
But like, it makes me uncomfortable at this point.
Yeah, she's gross.
That's the thing. She's gross. I don't like anything about her. Listen, Aladdin is imperfect. I blame her.
Yeah, I agree too. They show her saying that she lied about throwing the vibrator out. And she's like, well, I wasn't satisfied because he's apparently limited by his culture.
Right. It's like, what does that mean?
I think I know what that means.
Right. No, I know.
Gross.
I know.
So
I know what it means, but I don't want to know what it means.
Exactly. So she's really, really mad. Corey and Evelyn are planning a wedding within 6 months, says Corey.
Yeah, that's not true.
Evelyn's like, oh, well, I don't know about that.
Right.
She's
Evelyn's
like, I told him to lose weight, and I told him to work out, and I told him to learn Spanish, and nothing is happening.
But also, like, I don't blame Evelyn because he puts up with this.
Sure.
You know, and you know what? Men love women like this.
Yep. Apparently. So he got a 6-month extended visa so that they could plan the wedding.
Right.
She's
I'm
like,
sure
yeah,
that's
sure.
why.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
So they're like, Evelyn, can you show me your hands? And like Noelle today, she has no ring on.
I'm ringless.
Jenny's like, well, if Sami gave me a ring, I would crazy glue it onto my hand.
And it's like, oh,
So they were saying that Corey gave Evelyn for $40,000.
yeah, I mean, we knew this.
It was kind of sad watching his dad.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Okay,
sad
also
watching his
Corey,
dad.
that is a sign from beyond.
Yeah, right?
It's literally a clip of your dad being like, stop it. What
Yeah.
are you doing? What are you, stupid?
But the thing is, like, he really is that stupid. He doesn't
Yeah.
see it. He's not in denial. I don't think he sees it.
No. He's broke. If they break up, Evelyn said that she wants the bar. She's like, I would hope that he would leave it to me. It's like, leave it to you. What is he, he's
dead?
Not dead.
Right.
She said that men should pay for everything, and that's her culture.
Listen,
I don't think that's what they meant.
I don't at all think that's her culture, but I mean, that's, you know what? He's dumb enough to do it. Okay.
He said that he doesn't doubt her intentions.
Well, then he's stupid.
She was with her ex when they were on a break, but he said that he didn't know they were on a break.
It's like Friends.
Yep. We were on a break. She's like, well, guess what? If you don't trust me, maybe you should find someone that you trust and leave me.
But I love that she's just like, okay, bye. She calls his bluff 24/7.
I know.
And he's like, no, Evelyn, like, no, I would never do that. And she's like, but I don't care if you do anyway.
She's
bye.
literally saying like, I don't
you.
care what happens.
Right.
I need you to leave. I just need your
bye.
money.
Leave me alone. Right.
He's like, I don't think that she wanted me for my money. She's like, I wanted you for your money.
Right. He's like, no,
He's
but
like,
I don't
no,
think so. I don't think
believe
that's
that.
true.
So they bring Raul in and they show some never before seen footage. And Raul's professing his love to Evelyn. And he says, and he totally lies right here. He's like, well, she's pretty and she's kind. And it's like, even Evelyn's laughing at that.
Right.
one.
And she's like, those are not the two words used to describe me.
He's like, but I still want to be the best man at the wedding.
Yeah, I don't understand his angle at all. You know what? He didn't bother me last time, even though he was saying like everyone makes fun of Corey and all that.
Right.
I thought he was just being like just a jerk. This was like, you're an Omar. You're a bad person.
Yeah, he's really not nice. So Laura and Aladdin, she was retired living in Florida.
Right.
But I heard a rumor. She's Canadian.
Yes.
And that she doesn't have citizenship in the United States.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I think that might be why maybe he found out that she wasn't an American citizen and can't bring him to the States at all.
Is that why she's living in Ecuador now?
So she was staying in Ecuador with Evelyn. So I'm not really sure what's going on here. She said that Aladdin needs some time and that he wants to break up after 6 weeks of being married.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I would want to also.
He leaves her alone all day and she's lonely. So she went to a coffee shop and she didn't tell anyone where she went and shut off her phone.
Right, but that's not
normal.
Right.
And they live with his mom.
I know, that sucks. That sucks.
He is very controlling.
He's very controlling, but it's not new.
So she has paid rent. So they used to do 2 months on, 2 months off.
Right.
They've only been together for 6 weeks. So I don't know how this is working.
know.
But she said that she does contribute, but she has no more money.
What happened to her pension?
It got cut because she moved out of
I mean, how about just direct deposit, girl?
No. You're not allowed to get your pension anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Well, then that's her own fault.
Sure.
You know?
And Aladdin wants a divorce, she says.
Yeah, but also because she's never going to work out there. She's not going to contribute to anything.
I don't know, but I mean, maybe you should have figured this out before you marry someone the day you met them.
No, I know. I agree. But also, like, they only got married so they could bone.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel good about that. Sorry about saying it. It's the truth.
Sorry, Aladdin, that's what you felt.
I know. It's very sad.
He should get some BetterHelp advice. Thank you guys for listening to this podcast. Make sure that you come to our live podcast November 7th, November 2nd. And make sure you're following us at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And you can follow me, your host, at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter, and Noelle.
Noe_bear810 on Instagram and at NoeGirl on Twitter.
Guys, make sure you follow us and support the show. We love you so much. Thank you for listening.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.